Fendi, like the bag. This is the I Refuse podcast. Here these people go again, telling us shit we don't need to know. And we didn't need to know that.
I'm going to say there's a significant portion of white people who also don't have any desire to know these things. I'm one of them.
Right.
Yeah, like, okay. I'm not going to be around you, so that's good.
Because my immediate thought is like, you probably smell like wet bologna.
And old cheese.
And not the Oscar Mayer bologna. That big loaf with the red band around it. Yeah, that's probably what you smell like. And I don't need that in my life.
You mean actual for real bologna, not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bologna that your mom buys when she's on her last like $5 or $10, and this is bad when you get like a block of it, sliced, of course,
right.
But like almost 2 pounds,
probably. Big old slab of wax covered bologna,
and you've already eaten everything else in the house by the time you get to this, because it's like, I don't have a taste for this.
Yeah.
Because it smells.
That's emergency product.
It smells and tastes like insides.
Well, it kind of is.
This is before you get to the good bologna.
It's all the parts.
That you can.
It's just the stuff that's left over, ground up, and extruded into a vaguely loaf shape. It's not often I get to say extrude. I think I'm liking that. Extruded.
I'll just say this. It's a rite of passage. I think everybody that's in our age group, or good majority, has had a sandwich using that kind of... Is it still considered meat?
That's a good question. I don't know if I've ever... the specific red wax, whatever it is, on the bologna that you were just talking about. I don't know that I've ever had that. I've had a greater than reasonable number of bologna and cheese sandwiches as a kid. Which I, don't remember the last time I've had, but I imagine that these famous people who don't bathe smell like the bologna you described and old cheese.
What kind of cheese?
And it doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's a point where cheese that's been unwrapped or loosely wrapped and in the fridge smells like everything that's ever been in the fridge. That's what I'm talking about. You know that old fridge smell?
Yeah, like old fridge that doesn't have the little cardboard box.
Oh, the Arm & Hammer?
Of Arm & Hammer.
Reminds me we need to get some Arm & Hammer.
Yeah, we have like a deep fridge that
stuff moves to the back and
we forget about it.
We're like, oh, we were out, and then you go to put something out, like, oh, that's where that went.
We've thrown out a second thing of bacon.
Yeah, because it got to the back.
A couple of bags of salad.
Yeah, they migrate to the back, and then we lose them until they start to liquefy.
So yeah, don't.
It's gone and all. It started disgusting, and now it's gotten into old food, and I'm not sure I've had enough alcohol for that.
So this is where we are in the going into the 3rd season of the Panda Express. Celebrities are still weird.
They were always weird.
Always.
I feel like because they've had less to do for a fair portion of the 18 months that we've been going through this,
that they've got more to talk about.
They feel like we need to know more about bathing.
We didn't need to know that.
Didn't know it before. I'm kind of digging how the ring light reflects in my glasses, though. I look like I have like laser blue eyes. They also look too close together, but
Yeah, it's very much giving you.
Let me move in a little bit, see if that helps.
There used to be.
Now I look like a little old lady with eccentric blue shades. I saw that. There used to be what?
So when I was growing up, there used to be looking at the blue circles on your glasses
Mm-hmm.
brings to mind a optometry place that was used to be on Racetown Road. So you know where the Wegmans is.
Yes.
So at the intersection where it goes like this, straight ahead, or this way, and the CVS is now, or I think it's a Walgreens that's
So
on the
that
corner.
the intersection, like, what the hell's that road that you
Oh,
wind
I
around
think
through
that's
that
Painter's
industrial
Mill.
park, and then Wegmans is here.
Wegmans is here.
You go up the hill. to
There's a
the
light.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's like a Walgreens or a CVS right here or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
That used to be, that's where it used to be. But they had a store, the storefront, I think it faced down Westtown Road. So every time you came up the hill, they had a neon light thing, and it was 4 sets of glasses, and they would be different colors.
Oh.
And so I just had like a throwback
So
moment.
you're saying I look like a 4 eyes sign with my 4 eyes?
Moving on.
I'm just gonna stare at the screen like this. What?
Just letting you have your moment. I just let it ride out, y'all. Just don't even. It's like when you're on the train. It's early in the morning and you're like, I just want to go to work. You get on the subway train, and there's about 5 or 6 stops the train has to make before your destination. Probably like 2 or 3 stops in, there's a guy that gets on the train, and he's just doing stuff. There's just always something he's doing, and you're not quite sure what's about to happen. You know, it's early in the morning. There's not a lot of people around. You're just like, okay, what's going on? I'm that person. But I feel like with all the madness that's going on and all the randomness, like people are really struggling out here in this Panasonic.
Yeah.
But how have you been?
You know, one day at a time at this point. You know, it's just like,
Check in on your friends, y'all.
yeah, definitely do that. Like, nobody's okay. Even people who you think probably are okay, they're not okay.
There's currently a person, I don't know if they do this for attention or whatever. No disrespect. But people on Facebook that just, on a weekly basis, say, I'm done and I'm leaving and this is it for me. And, you know, people run to the comment section and say, I'm here for you. And then they go on about their lives.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why don't we physically go over there? If we're as tight or as friends or we're good as friends, why don't I just go over to where you are and check on you?
Yeah, I mean, if you're here for me, then why don't you just be here physically?
Right.
I mean, sometimes it's not possible. Someone's on the other side of the country, but if we're in the same town, ask if you can come over.
Look, if I don't get a text back, I'm at your front door.
Yeah. I mean, we're all going through a lot, so I don't want to get, down in the weeds about it, but,
No.
At the same time, it's like, check on your friends. Be, support people however you can.
Because you definitely get back what you put out. Um, and there's nothing wrong with giving and operating in a way where you don't expect something back.
Yeah.
It's rough though. It is rough. As somebody like myself that operates like that, without hesitation, always there, always going to support others. Try to get a front row if I can. And it's like, doing that full time in the long run can be taxing and can be a drain. But I don't regret it.
Right.
I look back at I look at myself and I'm like, damn, is it really worth it? But I keep doing it.
I think it's worth it, and I think even, like you said, we don't expect anything in return. Because some people just don't have it, especially right now. They just don't have it in them to be able to be there if they're going through some heavy stuff. And we all have those cycles where that's what's happening. But, support your friends. They'll be there when you need them.
And remember to just be like, keep having fun, stay lighthearted and stuff. Because, whether, no matter what the outcome will be, you still have a lot of life to live and you still have a lot of fun to get.
Trying to be.
And remember to just be like, keep having fun, stay lighthearted and stuff. Because, whether, no matter what the outcome will be, you still have a lot of life to live and you still have a lot of fun to get.
I was trying to be more discreet than that.
It's fine. It was pulling on my shirt when you were doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, just regardless of what is going on, continue to have fun, continue to be there, and continue to hang out with people. I wouldn't do like a Lollapalooza level kind of thing, because y'all are just asking for trouble. I wouldn't go to stadiums and stuff and festivals just yet.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
No, I'm not ready for that.